So what is your name?
Jessica
And so what last name?
Nelson-Griffith.
Now you were a Nevada delegate.
Yes, I was a county delegate and also a state delegate. So I was,
So you were there when the caucus was happening and people were throwing chairs. Why were you guys throwing chairs?
well, we were really upset, so we just started chucking chairs at
All right, be serious.
Florida. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
So you were there.
I was there the entire time. I took video and everything. We were angry, so we were saying no, although our voice votes didn't count. And they just kept gaveling us down. And the funny thing is, I don't know if this has been reported, but every time we would get too rowdy or loud, they would turn all the lights off in the convention hall and play videos of Barack Obama until we calmed down. Then they'd put the lights back on. Yeah, and then Roberto would get up and...
So that's like some kind of right-wing crowd control tactic inside of a Democratic happening.
Right. I mean, it was, just all the lights would go off, and then we'd see Obama just talking about just something random, I don't even know what, until we were quiet again. Yeah, and no, there was no chair throwing. They called the police. There were police everywhere.
But how many arrests? I heard 0.
0 arrests.
Oh, but there was a lot of chair throwing, I heard. How could those two things are incongruent, right?
Right, and all those videos, yet somehow we snuck past all the videos to throw our chairs.
So when you were mixing with the Hillary delegates, now I understand there were a lot of Hillary delegates in Nevada who were actually on your side as far as wanting you to be treated fairly. Did you experience that?
Yes, there were a few that actually came over to us Bernie delegates and were saying, like, this is crazy, this is unfair, I don't want to be a part of this. But for the most part, many of them were just pretty angry at us because we were making the convention last too long. They wanted to go home. A lot of them wanted to go home, and go to the bar that they had set up for them outside. So they were mad at us. Plus, we had socialist pizza, which was awesome. Somebody kept delivering pizza to us. But guess what? We would share the pizza with the Hillary people.
Well, you guys are good lefties.
We are so, yeah.
Okay. So is there anything else that didn't get reported like that Hillary delegates came over, that they were playing? This is the first I'm hearing that they would try to calm you down by playing Barack Obama videos very loud and turn the lights off. Is there anything else like that didn't get reported in the mainstream press that you would like people to know?
Yes. The main thing I want people to know is, they discredited 68 of Bernie's delegates before the convention started. The reasoning they gave is that they weren't registered in time. But here's the thing. You could not become a state delegate unless you were first a county delegate. That's required. That was a month earlier. You couldn't become a county delegate unless you were at the caucus, which was a month before that. You could not even get to the caucus unless you were registered as a Democrat. So it's impossible that they were not registered. They had to have been registered. So nobody looked into that. No one investigated that. How is that the reason? And, the county convention, I think there were like hundreds of more Bernie than Hillary. And so they were very unhappy with that situation. So I think with this one, they were like, we're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that doesn't happen again. And yes, I mean, the caucus system is terrible, I have to say.
Yes.
The fact that you can win the caucus and then lose a county and then win the state, it makes no sense. But
now I'm asking all Bernie delegates, is there anything Hillary could do to come get your vote? Like if there's like one or two things and you go, okay, now because Trump is such a horrible alternative and people are afraid of him becoming president, so if Hillary just did maybe one or two things, is there anything like that on your list?
Yes, she could concede today. No, I know. You know what? No, because here's why. Because I don't trust or believe anything that she says she's going to do. So she can make a million promises, but we've already seen so far how that goes.
So now what do you say to people who say, well, that attitude is going to bring fascism to America? What do you think about that? What do you say to that?
I'm not afraid of Trump. And to be honest with you, I don't know who's worse. They talk about the lesser of two evils. They're the same evil to me. And part of me thinks that we just burn it down. 4 years of Trump. Republicans fight him, we fight him. Then we get actual progressives in. That sounds crazy, but
that doesn't sound crazy to me. But people people will hear you say, oh, Hillary and Trump are the same, and they'll go, that's crazy. So I want you to tell people how you think they're the same.
Okay. Trump says the things that Hillary actually does. So Trump says all these, racist things about Muslims and African Americans. And she does things like the crime bill, votes for the Iraq war. She's a war hawk. So, she's caused I hate to say it, but I mean, she's caused the death of millions with all her regime change and all that.
So you're saying that the things that people are afraid of Trump doing, Hillary in some shape has already done?
Yeah, she's already done that. So we already know what she's going to do. With Trump, it's kind of like a toss-up.
And that sounds rational to me, but a lot of people say that that's crazy. And what do you say to those people?
Well, they said we were crazy for thinking that this election was rigged for Hillary. Do they still think we're crazy?
Hey, thanks for talking with us.